Bowl first is the decision. The crowd will be hoping for their batters to get off to a good start.
So here we go, the players make their way out to a seismic crowd. They've waited all day for this match and they're ready for some world-class batting and bowling. The pitch today, that looks good. A bit of grass on top, so they'll get their wish, I think. Right, so we're ready to get underway. There's always something special about the first delivery. It's really set the tone for a match. Not the ideal way of handling that ball. Lovely cover drive, straight to the extra cover fielder. Massive outside edge, and the chance goes begging. Time to follow up after such a great delivery. Pitch it on a length is obviously the way to go. Doesn't beat the infield. Straight drive, mid-off, will cut that one off. End of the over, 4 runs coming off it. Australia 4-0.
Caressed that nicely through the gap to the boundary.
The right-arm pace bowler is coming into the attack from the south end. Was quick onto that in the infield. Wow, that's missed the lot. straight to the fielder. No, terrible shot. Well, that's the end of a great display of bowling. No score from it. Nicely putting pressure on the batters.
Not such a productive second over. Bowlers reined them in nicely.
The left-arm pace bowler is coming into the attack from the north end. Oh, whack! Pick the bones out of that. It's gone for a maximum.
Textbook six, timed well, under the ball, and it flew to the boundary. Awesome power.
I'd like to see them just aim for the top of off now. As a bowler, you've got to make them play on your terms. Does very well to quickly get across to this one.
That was a boundary the moment the ball left the bat. Timed to perfection.
That last ball isn't something you want to repeat of. You don't want to be giving away easy runs. Really wound up for that. Ball seemed to come onto the bat quicker than he thought. Flex that one, simple as you like, inside the ring. Misses everything. Zimbabwe kept the batters quiet in that over. So far, though, no wickets for the endeavour being shown. Smacks that away through the gap. Good pick up, big chance. Beats the outside edge, good bowling there. Cuts that off well in the infield. Beautiful timing there off the front foot. It's racing away. The fielder out in the deep has some serious work to cut it off. Oh, that's a great shot early on, wide of cover, and that'll give him a bit of confidence early on. May pull up short of the boundary though. 9 runs out of there. Australia 23 for none.
How will the bowler respond?
Winds up but misses. Looks like they went a bit too early on that shot. Oh, misjudged that and takes a hit on the body. Chance to run 2. Couldn't get it through the field. Gone. Superb catch. Beautiful take. Caught and bowled.
An innings that promised much and really, in the end, delivered very little. Pretty disappointing all round.
With the fall of that wicket, the new batter comes charging out to the crease. They're quick to take guard and face up. Huge. That has flown.
Well, that was a big hit. Incredible power, just incredible. Nothing wrong with the delivery, but still it goes for 6.
Don't always mind getting hit for runs. What's important, just focus on getting the next delivery right. Seems to have misjudged that one. Ouch.
Overstepping, just a little too eager on that delivery.
Overstepped on that occasion. Now have to deal with a free hit chance. And what a strike that is, right into the slot. Great timing and balance. It'll be a maximum.
Well, that was just textbook. Finds the space and power to lift that ball over the top, and it just keeps going.
Well, that was a struggle, getting smacked all over the park. Muzarabani, the right-arm medium bowler, is coming into the attack from the south end. Nearly gets the edge. Muzarabani with a great delivery there. Lovely cover drive, straight to the extra cover fielder. gone. Great reflexes. And that's gone. Amazing catch.
The trudge back to the pavilion. A good start, but that's all they've managed. They did the hard work and threw it away in the end.
And with that wicket, we'll see a change out in the middle. The task here will be that of support and getting themselves settled into their innings. The batter's made a bit of a meal of that delivery. End of the over. 7 runs coming from it. Australia are 43 for 2.
Zimbabwe are now allowed 5 fielders outside the circle.
There could be a couple if they hustle. Straight drive, mid-off, will cut that one off. Yorker bowls him. Oh, take the sweat off your brow for that one.
So that's the 3rd wicket down. Not a happy person walking off the field. There's a real feeling of disappointment.
That's a long way to walk out there just to turn around and walk straight back. They'll just want to get this first run behind them and then push on. Bowling the slips have really gone up here. They like it. Maxwell looked really confident in reviewing that. Did look out to me, though.
Now, I didn't pick up on anything there. Very close to the bat, though. Was there a bat on it? The fielders think there was. This could be trouble. Well, this is a fantastic wicket. Kept the runs down, really didn't get settled and looked to be in trouble for most of the knock.
Yeah, great decision by the umpire. Challenge wasn't successful. First, I'd focus on just trying to survive this ball, deny the hat-trick and then worry about getting runs. There'll be runs here. Finds the fielder with that shot. Good running, they should come back for 2. Nicely played. Runs one. That ends a very successful over. Only a handful of runs and a haul of 2 wickets to show for it.
It's been a bit of a battle finding some big overs. But they worked the ball around nicely.
Lovely cover drive, straight to the extra cover fielder. Time to keep the pressure on now. Great ball, that last one, to find the edge. It's just a case of finding the same spot. A direct hit and this could be gone. Mazharabani has had a pretty good over, just needed a bit more luck to find a wicket. Got that away nicely.
Picked the slower ball right away. Wasn't a bad delivery, but dispatched to the boundary with ease.
Do they go full? Do they go short? A lot to ponder this delivery after the boundary. Oh, that's cut off nicely. 4 runs saved. Just got to follow up that last delivery. Found the edge, but no reward, but putting pressure on the batter. Wow, that's missed the lot.
That was a tremendous delivery. It fizzed through to the keeper. No more short balls this over.
Oh, that's a great shot early on, wide of cover, and that'll give him a bit of confidence early on. May pull up short of the boundary though.
Flashed at it, didn't time it well, but got enough to get it to the boundary.
Well, that was another good over. You can see the frustration growing on the batters. This bowler knows how to give the ball an almighty tweak. Let's see how they go. Huge. That has flown.
Well, that's what you pay your entrance money for. It's flown into the crowd. A brilliant shot off the front foot. No need to move.
Always difficult to focus after what happened last ball, but you just got to stay positive and believe the wicket's going to come. And again, another maximum. All the fielders can do is watch as that sails deep into the crowd.
Hit that so hard. Pressed forward, got the body shape right and launched it. One for the textbook.
Getting nicely settled at the crease now. Would have to be very happy with that last shot. Oh, whack! Pick the bones out of that. It's gone for a maximum.
That's just a brilliantly aggressive shot. Gets onto the front foot and it's flown over the boundary.
This delivery just needs to be pitched up on a length. Too short, and you're going to get punished on this pitch. That's gone for 6. That is a huge one. Stoinis, there's plenty from these bowlers.
Barely seemed to hit that. Brilliant shot, got it up and over, all the way for 6.
I didn't feel there was too much wrong with that last delivery. They just need to keep the ball in the right areas and the rewards will come. Oh, now then, that's high in the air. Batters should get a few here.
Well, enough leverage there to get a good swing of the arms under it to get it over the rope.
Smashed all over the park. I wonder if the captain will stick with them.
They've got through the power play with a very good run rate. They can afford to work the ball with a little bit more risk now.
The right armour is coming on to bowl from the north end. Really wound up for that. Ball seemed to come onto the bat quicker than he thought. Cuts that off well in the infield. Doesn't beat the infield. That's got a flight number attached to it. That ball has gone a long, long way.
Well, that's a waste of a delivery. Absolutely no trouble getting onto it and dispatching it for 6.
Boundary last delivery. Is that the sign they're trying to push the run rate? That is quite extraordinary. Smith, don't do it to them like that. What a shot.
And that was seen so early. The timing was brilliant and that is stayed hits. Fantastic.
The over finishes, you really can't be giving batters of this quality extra deliveries. The captain might want to send their bowler down to the boundary to collect their thoughts. The right armour is coming into the attack from the south end. Lovely cover drive, straight to the extra cover field. Onto that early, that could be 4.
That showed great skill. Lovely timing. The boundary was the only place that ball was heading.
I'd like to see them just aim for the top of off now. As a bowler, you've got to make them play on your terms.
A good innings, that's 50. A simple raise of the bats. Thumbs up to their batting partner and they're ready to go again.
Square cut, finds point, no run. End of the over. Australia are 124 for 4.
Kept the heat on throughout this innings so far. Really good batting. The next few overs could tell the tale of just how big this score will be.
Raza from the north end. Straight drive, mid-off will cut that one off. That's a big one, a maximum, away she goes. If you lose the pictures, it's because it's hit the broadcast truck.
Well, that was just textbook. Finds the space and power to lift that ball over the top and it just keeps going.
Don't need to do anything special. Line and length is the key here. Power and precision in that shot.
Well, you sometimes just have to stop and admire batting like that. Gets onto the front foot early, well-timed, and 4 runs.
Yeah, it can be very disheartening seeing good deliveries smacked around. Sometimes, though, you just got to accept it and move on. Oh, yes, oh, brilliant stuff. Opened the shoulder and lofted that over cover. That'll be 6 more.
Well, that ball has been hit. It's flown into the crowd. To get that much power coming forward onto the front foot is just ridiculous.
That last ball isn't something you want to repeat of. You don't want to be giving away easy runs. Playing all their shots in that over, a very expensive over.
Can he get the 50?
No, terrible shot. Does very well to quickly get across to this one.
On 49. A quick single, maybe?
Lovely cover drive, but straight to the extra cover fielder. Nice shot, but straight to gully. Over, Australia are 147 for 4.
They had a great foundation early on, and they've carried it forward to make a big total.
A new bowler is coming into the attack. That's a great shot, full of class. Square drive for a maximum.
Textbook 6, timed well, under the ball, and it flew to the boundary. Awesome power.
Stoinis has gotten the big shot away this over. Now they can focus on playing the next ball on its merits. Beautiful catch. Fantastic catch at cover point. Great athleticism.
Zimbabwe will be very happy with that wicket. This has been a fantastic innings.
154 for 5.
Always nice to come into bat after the openers have had a good partnership. Gives you time to settle and gradually build. Drive straight down the ground, mid-on, will collect that one though. End of the over, Australia 157 for 5. Williams, the left armour, is the new bowler from the south end. Goes for it. It's high in the air. Fielder coming around, but it looks like we'll carry.
That races away to the boundary. A beautiful shot off the front foot. Just textbook stuff.
Williams shouldn't be too worried about that last ball. They've got them playing their shots. Just need to tighten their areas now. Caught. And it's one of the easiest catches you'll see. Oh, wow. Brilliant reactions, and what a catch.
Really getting to the tail enders now. 6th wicket gone. There's not a lot left in this lineup.
Australia are now 162 for 6.
A difficult period as they come to the wicket. They'll take plenty of time to settle themselves in before facing their first ball. Beats the outside edge. Good bowling there. Straight to the fielder. End of the over. 6 runs coming from it. Australia are 163 for 6. Great catch. First ball of the over too. Out. What a screamer.
They find themselves 7 wickets down. It's about now you need someone to stand up and stick around at the crease.
The new batter always likes to feel bat on ball as they bring a bit of nervous energy to the wicket. Lovely cover drive, but straight to the extra cover fielder. The batter's made a bit of a meal of that delivery. Wow, that's missed the lot. Finds the fielder with that shot. Trouble! End of a really good over. Gets a wicket and really slowing down the scoring pace.
Been some really good overs strung together. They've taken some risks, along with some good running. A very good total is on the way.
Caught, gone. Simple as you like. The batter didn't bother to look at more than one delivery in that over.
Another one. 8 wickets gone. You feel it's just a matter of time now. A few decent deliveries could see the end.
The field will come up now, you'd think. Pressure should be on as the new batter strides to the middle. They'll be looking for another quick wicket. Misses everything. Really wound up for that. Ball seemed to come onto the bat quicker than he thought. That's high. Is there enough on it? There is. Add that maximum to the scoreboard. Thank you very much.
Managed to get onto the front foot early and just incredible power to loft that over the boundary.
Raza, I don't think, will be too happy with their bowler at the moment. Dives and takes a very good catch. Oh, that's just outrageous.
The big wicket is gone. Never really looked comfortable, and now they have to start the long walk back.
73 for 9.
Lots of pressure coming into bat. We'll have to wait just a little bit longer to face their first ball, though. Hazelwood taking guard, has been playing really well in recent matches, certainly needs to bring their A game today. Winds up but misses. Looks like they went a bit too early on that shot. Smacks that away through the gap. Head over the ball, great shot, that's racing away.
Errs on the side of bowling slightly fuller, and they've been put away.
Getting nicely settled at the crease now, would have to be very happy with that last shot. Shot, should be runs here. End of the over, and it's a good one for the bowling side, not letting the batters build any momentum.
There was some wonderful stroke play on offer for the fans here. Bowlers just weren't tight enough.
Williams from the south end. Bowling fielders look really confident. Nearly gets the edge. Williams with a great delivery there. And that's the end of the innings. Zimbabwe have been set a target of 184 runs. This is a very defendable total. The openers will need to get their eye in very quickly and get the scoreboard ticking over if they have any chance.
Here we go. Coming in for the first ball.
Caught, gone. Gone. Catches win matches, and that was a beauty.
The trudge back to the pavilion. A disappointing display in the end for someone with such batting skills. This one goes down as a fail.
Yeah, big opportunity. They've worked really hard in recent weeks. They should have the confidence to build an innings and get a big score on the board. Trouble. Couldn't get it through the field. Someone different now to bowl at. Brings a different set of problems. I feel it's just a matter of pitching the ball up and getting them onto the front foot. Cuts that off well in the infield. End of the over. 3 runs coming off it. Zimbabwe are 3 for 1. Ellis, the pace bowler, coming into the attack.
For Australia.
No. Terrible shot. Ellis over pitches and pays the price. Great shot by the batter. That could be 4.
That is a masterclass of batting. Reads the length, gets forward, dispatches it to the boundary.
Don't always mind getting hit for runs. What's important is just focus on getting the next delivery right. Perfectly timed.
Well, what a lovely shot. It flew to the boundary. That's clearly not the type of delivery to be bowling here.
That last ball isn't something you want to repeat of. You don't want to be giving away easy runs. Can't get that outside the ring field. End of the over. 8 runs coming from it. Zimbabwe are 11 for 1. Hazelwood from the north end. Hazelwood pulls out. Dead ball. Edge, but it drops safely. Collects that one, simple as you like, inside the ring. Just got to follow up that last delivery. Found the edge, but no reward, but putting pressure on the batter. Hazelwood with a huge appeal. Shot, textbook pull shot, and that's racing away to the boundary. Brilliant.
Well, these are the sorts of shots you just stand and admire. Gets onto the back foot and rolls the wrists to keep control and find the boundary.
Do they go full? Do they go short? A lot to ponder this delivery after the boundary. Doesn't beat the infield. Was quick onto that in the infield. 5 runs added in that over. Zimbabwe 16 for 1. Lovely cover drive, but straight to the extra cover fielder. Australia with a massive shout. Australia having a good chat with the captain. Not sure this one is worth a review though.
Now, I didn't pick up on anything there. Very close to the bat though. Was there a bat on it? Fielders think there was. This could be trouble.
Bennett looking quite surprised, didn't seem too worried about a reversal. Great shot, pulled straight to backward square leg though.
There was a gap there and pulled away with conviction to the boundary.
I'd like to see them just aim for the top of off now. As a bowler, you've got to make them play on your terms. Across the stumps and a flick of the wrist. It's wide, square leg. Could be 4.
Well, didn't time that at all, but managed to get it away to the boundary.
Boundary last ball. What's to come this delivery, I wonder? End of the over, 10 off it. Zimbabwe are 26 for 1. Going with pace now.
The new bowler into the attack for Australia.
Goes through it. It's high in the air. Fielder coming around, but it looks like we'll carry. Just need to keep it simple. Line and length. Around about off stump. That'll force a mistake. Finds the fielder with that shot. Massive outside edge. Time to keep the pressure on now. Great ball, that last one, to find the edge. It's just a case of finding the same spot. Two straight and punch through the leg side.
You can't fault the bowling. Sometimes your opponent is just too good. Wonderful front foot shot, and there was no point chasing that. Might look to go big again here.
Could be close. Caught, gone. Oh, great work. Held their nerve while the ball was in the air, and they've taken a good catch.
Well, the end of a productive innings. It didn't quite ignite into fireworks as we would have hoped, but still solid work.
A lot of pressure coming to the crease. Not had the best of weeks leading up to this game, so I want to show everyone their strength. End of the over. Zimbabwe 34 for 2. Smith from the south end. That's great fielding. That ball was flying. Swept away but finds the fielder. Onto that early, that could be 4.
Well, you sometimes just have to stop and admire batting like that. Gets onto the front foot early, well timed, and 4 runs.
Can't afford to go too full again. It does help to switch up your deliveries just to keep them guessing. Does very well to quickly get across to this one. And that ends the power play. The captain with a bit more freedom in the field now. Great shot, pulled straight to backward square leg though. Nicely fielded out deep on the boundary. Ticking the scoreboard over really nicely at the moment. Well, that was another good over. You can see the frustration growing on the batters.
It's been a bit of a battle finding some big overs, but they worked the ball around nicely.
Head over the ball, great shot, that's racing away.
Caressed that nicely through the gap to the boundary.
I didn't feel there was too much wrong with that last delivery. They just need to keep the ball in the right areas and the rewards will come. Onto the front foot. Super shot. Should be 4.
Errs on the side of bowling slightly fuller and has been put away.
Good contest here at the moment. 4. Off the last ball. It'll be interesting to see how the bowler can respond. Nice shot. Straight to gully. Off the middle of the bat. Over Zimbabwe. 58 for 2.
You can't hit the ball much better than that. Timed it to perfection.
Green from the north end. Couldn't get it through the field. Straight drive, mid-off, will cut that one off.
What a great shot that was. Onto the front foot really quickly. No stopping that one.
Smith, I don't... think will be too happy with their bowler at the moment. Cuts that off well in the infield. Lovely cover drive, straight to the extra cover fielder. Six runs out of there. Zimbabwe, 64 for 2. Zampa into the attack now from the south end. Thick edge. Let's just see if they can get that ball up into the slot as before. It's so crucial. You've got to follow up that last delivery and keep the batter under pressure. Can't get that outside the ring field. Onto that early, that could be 4.
Well, that was a poor delivery. You can't bowl there, and it got what it deserved.
Getting nicely settled at the crease now. Would have to be very happy with that last shot. Doesn't beat the infield. Six runs added in the over. Zimbabwe 70 for 2. Well, the bowler pulls out of the delivery. Something mustn't have felt right. Oh, nicely done. That's gone fine. May well be 4.
That is a masterclass of batting. Reads the length, gets forward, dispatches it to the boundary.
That last ball isn't something you want to repeat of. You don't want to be giving away easy runs. Straight to the fielder. End of the over. Zimbabwe are 77 for 2. Zampa from the south end. Great shot, pulled straight to backward square leg though. Missed it. Stumping opportunity. Massive appeal. Might have just been missing though. And out. Superb bowling.
A great innings coming to an end. Brilliant scoring. It was a very entertaining performance, but they have to head back to the pavilion.
New batter comes to the crease. Never an easy time to come into bat after the fall of a wicket. Square cut, finds point, no run. Head over the ball, great shot, that's racing away. End of the over, 6 runs coming from it. Zimbabwe are 83 for 3. Going with spin now.
It's going with the spinner.
Can he come back with a dot ball? A poor delivery, and you don't pass up chances like that. Thrashed away for 4.
I'd like to see them just aim for the top of off now. As a bowler, you've got to make them play on your terms. Perfectly timed.
Threaded it through brilliantly. All timing on that shot.
Don't need to do anything special. Line and length is the key here. Swept away, but finds the fielder. Australia managed to keep the batters pretty quiet in that over. We're certainly seeing some very good bowling. Perfectly timed.
You just can't leave it any better than that. Beautiful shot. No chance at all for the fielders.
Boundary last delivery. Is that the sign they're trying to push the run rate? Glanced away nicely, but fine short, fine leg. Finds the fielder with that shot. Nice shot, just a flick off the pads. 10 runs out of there. Zimbabwe come 3 for 3.
It just looks so easy. Gets onto the front foot and eases through the ball. They can just stand and admire that shot.
Maxwell from the north end. Hazelwood, the right armour, is coming into the attack from the north end. Oh my, that's racing away.
You can't fault the bowling. Sometimes your opponent is just too good. Wonderful front foot shot, and there's no point in chasing that.
Nicely fielded out deep on the boundary. Ticking the scoreboard over really nicely at the moment. Smacks that away through the gap. The bowler looks really confident. End of the over, a big one. 11 runs coming from it. Zimbabwe are 114 for 3. Lovely cover drive, but straight to the extra cover fielder. Off the middle of the bat.
You can't fault the bowling. Sometimes your opponent is just too good. Wonderful front foot shot, and there was no point chasing that. How will he reply?
Zampa over pitches and pays the price. Great shot by the batter. That could be 4.
Well, you can't fault that shot. Nicely played, and it was 4 runs all the way.
Good contest here at the moment. 4 off the last ball. It'll be interesting to see how the bowler can respond. That's 4 all the way. Beautiful shot.
That showed great skill. Lovely timing. The boundary was the only place that ball was heading.
The last one helped the scoring rate, making their intentions for this innings. Nice shot, pierces the infield.
And that brings up the 50 partnership points to
Always difficult to focus after what happened last ball, but you just got to stay positive and believe the wicket's going to come. Zampa shouldn't be too worried about that last ball. They've got them playing their shots. Just need to tighten their areas now. Pulled away, but straight to square leg. That's the end of the over. Just magical batting. Nothing the bowler can do other than watch the ball go all over the ground.
Been some really good overs strung together. They've taken some risks, along with some good running. A very good total is on the way.
Hazelwood from the north end. Smith back on now.
for Australia.
Edged. Let's just see if they can get that ball up into the slot as before. It's so crucial. You've got to follow up that last delivery and keep the batter under pressure. Edge, but it drops safely. Time to keep the pressure on now. Great ball, that last one, to find the edge. It's just a case of finding the same spot. Head over the ball. Great shot. That's racing away. Good fielding out in the boundary. Swept away, but finds the fielder. Over. Zimbabwe are 139 for 3.
The batters have controlled the middle portion of this innings, but they'll need to launch now with wickets in the dugout.
Ellis coming back into the attack.
for Australia.
Gone aerial with that one. It'll land safe. Might not be four.
What a great shot that was. Onto the front foot really quickly. No stopping that one.
Smith, I don't think, will be too happy with their bowler at the moment. Off the middle of the bat.
That was timed very, very well. Great shot. Driven down the ground and flew over the boundary.
Yeah. Can be very disheartening seeing good deliveries smacked around. Sometimes, though, you just got to accept it and move on. Oh, Bolden, what a beauty. Swung in and the stump's knocked over.
This is a great wicket to take. Just look to be building a solid innings and at a really good run rate. Perfect time to take a wicket.
And with that wicket, the new batter will mark centre. Just needs to rotate the strike early on as they get settled into their innings.
Too wide, it was there to be hit. They were really given the treatment.
Getting nicely settled at the crease now. Would have to be very happy with that last shot. Good shot, a beauty.
What a lovely shot. Really good timing out of the middle and race to the boundary.
Campbell has gotten the big shot away this over. Now they can focus on playing the next ball on its merits. Ellis, 2-4 and gets punished for it. Great shot for 4 million.
Can't fault that shot. Nicely played and it's 4 runs all the way.
That's the end of the over. Just magical batting. Nothing the bowler can do other than watch the ball go all over the ground. Smith from the north end. Oh, great shot.
That is a masterclass of batting. Reads the length, gets forward and dispatches it to the boundary. Might look to go big again here.
Finds the edge. Just got to follow up that last delivery. Found the edge, but no reward, but putting pressure on the batter. Too good. Not sure anyone's going to cut that off.
4 runs. They were so still at the crease. Just a slight movement forward. Fabulous shots. How will the bowler respond?
Too good. That is huge.
Hit that so hard. Pressed forward, got the body shape right and launched it. One for the textbook.
This delivery just needs to be pitched up on a length. Too short, and you're going to get punished on this pitch.
Bowler needs to tighten up a bit.
That's 4 all the way. Beautiful shot.
Doesn't even wait to see if the ball's going to do anything. Onto the front foot, punches it away to the boundary.
That last ball isn't something you want to repeat of. You don't want to be giving away easy runs. Swept away, but finds the fielder. And dropped. End of the over, and what a beauty it was. Say what you want about the bowling, but you still have to hit them. Majestic batting.
At the moment, they've got a chance in the next few overs to shift momentum if these two stay in and keep up the shot making.
Runs required favour the batters. This needs to be very, very clean this over to stand any chance. The right-arm medium bowler is coming on to bowl from the south end. Hazelwood to bowl the final over. They'll need a good one, not much margin for error. Straight drive, mid-off will cut that one off.
They need 3 to win.
Brilliant diving stop. The whole team's gone up here. What's the umpire going to say? What a shot. He hit that one hard. No need to run.
Well, you never knew which way this match was going. A great finish to a super match that had everything.
From all of us here on the commentary team, I hope you've enjoyed the match. Ended up being a very close one. Hope to see you soon.